Hey everybody, Icy Cat here. With the recent changes that have come to Doc with patch update 4.2, it's time to give his operator profile an update. So whether you're new to the game and trying to pick up Doc for the first time, or you've been around for a while and you just want to find out more about what's changed, you'll want to stick around as I break it down next. With patch update 4.2, we've got a lot of changes that have come to Doc. This video is meant to be an update to the existing operator profile for Doc, so anybody going there can reference the newest changes and information that have come out about him. But even if you've been playing with Doc for a while and you just want to know more about the specifics as far as what's been changed and updated, then you can still get something out of this. The biggest change that has come for Doc is he now has the ability to use his darts to not just revive, but also to heal. If you use his stim pistol, he'll still do 75 points on a revive. However, if you use Doc to revive somebody manually without the stim pistol, you'll only do the 50 straight revive that anybody else does. But in regards to the healing ability, which is a new addition for him, those darts now will bring back 40 hit points worth of health. He can shoot those darts at other targets, that's friendly defenders, and you could actually heal or revive an attacker if you're not careful if they're in close proximity to each other in a firefight, so you want to make sure that you don't do that. Usually it's best to communicate with your team member and let them know that you're about to heal them so they stand still for it. If they're moving all around and you try to shoot them without letting them know, they could go the wrong way and your dart could miss entirely. Doc only has 3 of these darts to work with, so each one is pretty important, you don't want to waste any of them. As mentioned before, Doc can also heal himself for those 40 points. He doesn't have to just use it on other people. Because this is an added function for him, you now have to be a little careful about how you do this. So you'll press your button to deploy the primary gadget. You'll bring out your stim pistol. If you press the deploy gadget button again, you'll heal yourself. If you press the fire button, you'll of course shoot the dart out as he normally has. And if you want to switch back to your weapon, you need to actually press the switch weapon button. Before, when Doc was not able to heal himself, you could just hit the deploy gadget button a second time to put it away. Now if you do that, you will inject yourself. Initially playing with Doc after the new changes, I did find myself hitting that deploy gadget a second time to put it away like I used to do, and then I would be wasting the injection on myself when I didn't really mean to do it. So make sure you develop the habit of hitting switch weapon to return back to your ability to fire a weapon. Another new ability for Doc is that he has the ability to overcharge or overheal people. So if you heal a target and they're down less than the 40 hit points that the dart will revive, anything over that will give them a temporary boost in health up to a maximum of 120 hit points. The character's hit point readout will now turn blue, reflecting that higher number. You'll also see in the health bar underneath the character's icon a small blue addition to that. This reflects the amount of overcharged health that that character now has. Overcharge health is temporary in nature only, meaning that it will deplete over time back down to 100 hit points. The rate of depletion is 1 hit point every 2 seconds. So if you've been overcharged for a full 20 health, you'll drop back down to 100 health over the course of 40 seconds. Likewise, if you got a heal when you were down to 70 health, you'll now have 110 hit points, and that 10 hit points will deplete over 20 seconds until you're back at 100 health and you'll stabilize there. Besides changes to Doc's primary ability, he also got a slight upgrade in regards to the way his weapon selection works. The P90 has been tweaked to be a better recoil control weapon than it previously was. It still has kind of low damage, but it's just going to be easier to handle overall. Doc is one of the few operators who has the ability to put an ACOG on his submachine gun, but he and Rook are the only two that actually have 2 different primary weapon submachine guns to choose from, and both can take the ACOG. The P90 and the MP5 can be further improved in their weapon handling characteristics by using the muzzle brake attachment. This helps with follow-up recoil accuracy after the first shot. Ideally, this is going to be better for tap firing. He also has the option to put the extended barrel attachment on the P90 instead of the muzzle brake if you'd rather do that. That will increase your recoil a little bit, but will help you preserve your damage fall-off over distance. With the addition of these new weapon attachments, you should be able to dial in Doc's weapons to customize your preferred playstyle. Some of the new operator updates have also brought up an interesting role for Doc, in that there's fewer characters who can now take the deployable shield or the barbed wire. Implementing the impact grenades have taken those options away from a couple of other people. So this may make the choice of which of the 2 gadgets he takes a little bit more pivotal than it used to be. Especially given that Twitch can now roll through a room with her shock drone and take out a lot of enemy gadgets. A very effective way that Doc can help with this situation is to take his deployable shield and stick it down in front of a door. Twitch's drone can't jump, so you'll effectively lock that door down. This is really handy, especially if you don't have a mute who's using signal jammers on your team to stop the drones when they come in. Now that will only block off one path at a time, but it's better than nothing. And you can just place that during the initial preparation phase and then move it again once the attack phase begins. Remember, if you're playing as Doc, your role is to support the team. Now with the ability to heal, not just revive, that's more pivotal than ever. Doc is strongest on objective defense, and that's probably where you'll want to keep him, around other people so he can provide his support role. If you're playing with other people and you don't have a mic for some reason, or maybe they're not using mics and you are and you can't have that communication between them, just keep an eye on their health bars. Glance up at the top of the screen underneath the character icons every once in a while and see if anybody's really low, maybe they can use a boost. Remember, keeping everybody on the team alive, not just yourself, is really the key to winning. It is a team-based game. One slight shift in the way Doc has been played is that I've seen more people use him as a roamer. Because he now has the ability to self-heal as well as self-revive, people have gotten a little bit more selfish with him in his playstyle. And I'm not saying that can't work. I mean, if you have the ability to revive yourself and heal yourself, you can get into some of these firefights a little bit more easily and still survive. However, keep in mind that at that point you are no longer filling the role of team support, which is what Doc is really designed for. Well, that wraps up Doc's operator profile update. I'll also be doing updates for Twitch and Blackbeard soon as well. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to make sure you stay up to date on all the latest tips, tricks, reviews, walkthroughs, and more. Additionally, you can also follow me over at IcyCat25 on either Facebook or Twitter.